All
All
right.
right. All right. So how has the pandemic been for y'all in 2020 so far? And I say 2020 because you never know, we might have another pandemic.
Or, I've been good. I've been chilling. I mean, I see all the shit that's been going down, but I've been chilling. I worked from home, so like when the pandemic hit, I didn't really notice a large difference for me. I did most of my shopping online and working from online, and spend most of my time home. So I've been chilling. It's been crazy, but I've been chilling.
It's been staying out of that craziness.
I got sick for a while, and I kind of had a panic attack, but I was
Shit.
Had a little bit of the virus there.
a little bit. How about you guys?
Dalton, you want me to go or do you want to go?
Yeah, you can go ahead, man.
Okay. For me, how do I put it?
Videos on the album.
So there's So I guess in a sense, not much has changed. I mean, I still have my job. The difference is that I work from home and that it's changed up my habits a little bit, especially since ever since this pandemic started, the amount of open racism against Asian Americans has really skyrocketed. So that's caused me to be a little bit more proactive in scanning my surroundings, making sure nothing happens to me.
Jesus.
I made a whole
Makes sense.
video on that. That was actually episode 1 of TBG Spills the Tea, and I did all the research. It's a scary world out there for Asians right now.
Only I was on episode 1.
Yeah.
I saw one dude who was saying that Asians are having a little taste what it is to be black.
Which, I mean, I get the point, but at the same time, it's like, do we really need to continue the cycle at all by doing this?
I don't know.
That shit's fucked up.
Yeah, it's just the whole way the world is right now. Like when the pandemic started, people needed somebody to blame.
Yeah, it's real shit.
And our leadership didn't help by contributing their comments talking about China virus, Wuhan virus coming down from them. People are gonna listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the rhetoric that really changes people's perspectives. Like, in my opinion, calling it the Chinese virus, it is not racist. It does, however, give people the wrong message, and I mean the people with lazy logic that can't think for themselves.
Yeah.
At first, he wanted to call it the Kung Flu.
I would have been more for that than China virus.
Yeah.
It's a flu that kicks your ass.
Literally and figuratively and biologically.
All right. What's up with you, Dalton? How you been?
I've been good. I mean, yeah, I've just been kind of chilling too. It's pretty much just been the same shit for me. Since I just work at the grocery store, if anything, I'm just working more than I was before. I mean, other than just having to wear a face mask and shit like that, I mean, it's pretty much the same shit for me. I mean, of course, like there aren't like as many places to like, go out to do shit and stuff like that. But other than just not being able to like go out as much, it's been the same shit for me pretty much. So I can't complain.
Yeah, but hey, appreciate your service, man. You an essential worker. You out there every day risking life.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's hard work fucking stocking, man. It's like every day I'm like suiting up, man, like I'm going out to war and shit. Gotta put that face mask on. I don't even know if I'm gonna come home some days, man.
Yeah, I salute you.
Hard out there, huh?
Yeah, it's hard, bro. Hard, man. Out there in the fucking bunkers, crawling around and shit, bro. Going down them aisles, man.
All the mortars and artillery strikes coming in.
Seriously, man. The ringing in my ears, man. I can still hear it, bro. Got PTSD from that shit.
Toilet paper.
I'm thinking a lot of people could be getting PTSD after this.
Yeah,
actually,
honestly,
Dalton, since I actually want to ask you, since you mentioned that you're working at a supermarket, are the supplies of toilet paper actually normal again?
Yeah, finally they're starting to get normal again. Now it's like nobody even like gives a fuck about it. We used to have toilet paper, hand sanitizer, all that shit for days now. So I guess that whole paranoia wore off, luckily.
Oh yeah, we actually gonna get into that in a little bit. But let's get it started. Hey, what is up, people of the internet? Welcome to TVG Builds the Team. I'm TVG Blind Gamesman, and our topic for today is the top 10, 11, because there was a lot of good things about it. We just had to add another one. And benefits that came out of this pandemic. But before we get started, let's all introduce ourselves. Let the audience know who we are. Let people looking for brand deals know who we are.
Bring
Yeah.
them in.
I don't know if you see the numbers on our live right now, but I'm bringing them in. I am Ben, aka Park Ave. Check out my music at Park Ave. YouTube channel Park Ave. Sorry, youtube.com/Park Ave. Yeah,
Music is dope. Y'all need to check it out. And I know you got some good tracks coming out. You showed me a sample.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck boy gang.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Xavier. I'm not really producing any content at the moment, but I do have a photography Instagram at Odyssey Diaries 2017.
All right. What's up with you,
Yo.
though?
Hey, my name's Dalton Jeremy. I'm Ron Jeremy's cousin. I just dropped my
Hey,
recent
you know what that
video
means?
last night. Pornhub's at the all-time high right now, so I gotta get the views in. And shit, gotta use my name. Nah, but on the real, I'm Dalton Rogers. I'm just a grocery store worker, psychology student. Porno on the side. That ain't my main hustle, but you know what it
Word.
is.
All right. Oh, and y'all know who I am. Y'all probably tired of my face, hearing my voice. That's why I always try to get some new people with new flavor up in here for y'all. So let's get it started. So for the number 11, how prepared were y'all when the pandemic came around?
I was absolutely not prepared at all. Yeah, and my girlfriend works at Publix, so how unprepared I was embarrassing. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll be fine. I can get toilet paper, whatever. And then all of a sudden on the news, there's no more toilet paper. Where's the toilet paper? And then I still had toilet paper. My girlfriend works at Publix, so she just got it for me. But if it wasn't for that, I would have been fucked. When it comes to food, alcohol, all that shit, I was not.
Well, I mean, you do know why people bought toilet paper. Because they were all shitting themselves.
Sounds accurate.
Sorry, that was completely necessary.
But yeah, no, it was eventful.
Man, I swear when this whole thing started up, the first day I went to the grocery store, damn near there was 5 aisles at Walmart totally empty.
Jesus.
And it was 5 in the morning too when I went there, hoping that they had restocked overnight.
You're talking about specifically canned goods, right?
Yeah. Like the canned goods, cleaning supplies, toilet paper, what else? Hand sanitizers. That shit was crazy.
Actually, in February, my mom tried to buy some face masks for some of my relatives and friends in Hong Kong.
Uh-huh.
And even in February, we couldn't get any face masks because they were in such high demand.
Well, it makes sense that they were more high demand in February in Hong Kong than over here.
But even over here, we couldn't even get face masks, though. Like Walgreens and basically a bunch of pharmaceutical stores were sold out of face masks.
Yeah. The entire country was totally out of face masks. I heard that America they refused to accept face masks from other countries because they were saying we don't want to help y'all. They're not up to our standard. And it was actually China that was trying to send us those face masks. And I believe that was Trump's call to refuse those face masks. And what was it I think it was incubators that we needed, right?
Yeah, we need a lot of incubators at one point.
Yeah, they refused that too.
No, ventilators.
Whack.
Yeah,
Incubators is what.
ventilators.
Oh yeah, ventilators.
Incubators is what
Incubators
you
is like
use.
the thing you
That
You keep
no,
them
that's
eggs warm.
no. You keep eggs warm with incubators.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
really?
Wrong device, but I get your point.
They're both 3-syllable words. They both sound similar. They both end with A.
No, the ventilators is the device that's used in hospitals to help people with breathing issues, specifically respiratory issues.
Hey,
um,
hey, at least I didn't say masturbators.
Oh,
Tree,
true.
did you
But
post
we
a
need
live
those.
link anywhere?
Huh?
Did you post a live link anywhere?
It's on. It's on my. Should be on my.
I see it on your Facebook page, but did you share the link anywhere?
Oh no! Like people would usually get they would get notifications if
Yeah,
I
but
was
you should post it in the group.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can do it.
Okay. All right. Put it in the on like the on the DTF group and the self one
Okay.
the self one, and now people are gonna wonder why we got a DTF group.
Okay.
I swear, every time I see DTF, I don't think 90 Days to Freedom. I think
I
down
see
to
down
fuck.
to fuck. Yeah.
90,
Yeah, that's what I
90
did,
down to fuck.
Hey, I got to invite to that DTF group, and I was like, damn, that's what's up. I'm coming in.
Yeah.
Let me see
Orgy time.
let me see what kind of group this is.
Tree was like, okay, already.
Yeah, let's see what they do.
Let's see how we go.
Proceeds to unbutton pants.
But then I came in. It was actually mostly dudes, but we got a lot of new people. There's some ladies in there now. I was like, Tyler, what did you invite me to?
I mean, I guess back on the preparation side for the pandemic.
Huh?
In my case, I want to say I was relatively prepared for like the necessities of, for example, toilet paper for one, food, water, that type of thing. But I was one of those guys in the gun community that ended up doing a little bit of panic buying for ammo, and the supply chain for ammo was really crazy because, for example, if you wanted 1,000 rounds bulk ammo of 9mm full metal jacket,
Mhm.
that usually for me went for like $180. It's
Yeah.
pretty cheap, but ever since the pandemic started, and then the supply chain management of everything in the gun industry went south, prices just went up for especially ammo. Like it practically doubled.
Yeah, I remember the same thing happened when the recession hit. Like I had went everywhere around Houston to look for ammo for 45. Couldn't get them anywhere.
Yeah, 45 is going to be even more expensive than 9mm. So I don't know how much that costs at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like $300 now for a case of 1,000 rounds.
Yeah. But
You know what I'm happy about the pandemic? Why I'm glad the pandemic happened?
why?
Everything is a lot cleaner. Everyone is a lot more conscious of being around people. I'm not a fan of people, like at least like physically. I love that we're in lines and people are like, "Oh, don't be around me." I'm like, "Great," like I love that. Like you can't go into a grocery store if there's like less than like if there's like 100 bodies or something. I'm like, fine, like it's too crowded. I like they're cleaning the carts. Like everyone's now acting clean. And,
I appreciate that one.
That's real shit. Hey, I got y'all. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Out here doing my duty.
But we do have those things that you mentioned coming up in a little bit. Ben.
Oh my bad.
But another thing I want to mention is how there were a lot of people panic buying guns too.
Yeah.
If you guys recall
about that.
Yeah. And like in my episode about the rise of xenophobia and racism, like I had a video, a report that showed that at an Asian gun store, that guy had done more business in 1 month than he did the entire year of 2019.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and most of
remember
the
seeing-
demographic for when they for like the first time gun owners, most of them are Asian American because of the racism that's been happening towards Asian Americans.
Shit, we stay locked and loaded now.
That's staying strapped. I remember seeing some video of like of a fucking line like coming out the fucking gun store. Then like I don't know, like after a couple hours, like the whole fucking gun shop was like wiped clear. I was like, damn, when do you ever see
Damn.
a gun shop running out of guns? Like it's
Yeah,
fucking
people are
crazy.
scared right now.
I saw a
Mhm.
meme. It was like, America, we need to get rid of our guns if pandemic happens. Like runs down the gun store and some shit like that.
Yeah, that's real.
The Karens actually, the ones there are some Karens that have went to gun stores, and like let's say for example it's in California, which is a state that has a waiting period on the purchase of, I think, handguns
Mhm.
only. I can't recall, but
Yeah, concealables.
basically there is a waiting period for purchase of firearms in California. So when this particular demographic started trying to buy a gun for the first time to protect their homes,
Mhm.
it was funny because they were absolutely pissed about the waiting period, even though most likely these are the same type of people that they voted in politicians trying to take away Second Amendment rights.
And you said these are the Karens?
Karens or Becky's, any type of demographic that fits within that leaning left stereotype.
Man,
I guess is how I would put it.
Yeah.
man, I don't want to get into it right now, but I got a lot to say about these Karens and Beckys. And I think I need to make a segment on it or something.
Now you're talking about the Karen corner?
Oh, I should call it like crazy Karen corners or something.
It's a bad idea. Don't call it. Don't call it crazy.
It'll piss people off, but
People automatically abbreviate podcast. You can't just.
hey, but you know what?
Okay,
You know what Drake say, right? Drama makes for the best content.
Not this kind of drama. It's like you're canceled.
You could say Becky Bunches or something like that.
I should just. All right. We're workshopping it. We're workshopping it. All right. All right. Oh, okay. All right. So the next one. So who? So the next one. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about like criminal organizations, like gangs, mafias, yakuza?
I'm all for it.
You know what?
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
I don't
Finish
see
it.
the problem.
Yeah. You don't see your problem? What about you?
I don't see any way of. I don't think there's any way of getting rid of them. I don't think they're going away anytime soon.
No.
But pertaining to what? What about them? What about the mafia in the game?
Like from Xavier or from me?
From you?
From me? Well, actually during this pandemic, there have been reports, mafias and gangs. They've actually been putting together care packages of food, medication, essential need items, and delivering them to families and homes that are in need. And they're posting it up on social media, and it's also said that they're kind of doing that to claim territory. Hey, how do y'all feel about that?
I mean, if they're helping people, I mean, they're helping people. I mean, shit. I mean, that's more than like what some governments are doing right now.
Hell yeah.
A lot of originally the gangs in LA were created to help the parts of neighborhoods that weren't being helped by the government.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes sense that like it's almost kind of like full circle,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not helping the rich neighborhoods.
Yeah. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the government, there's a lot of politics behind all their decisions and their actions. I mean, there's politics and mafias and gangs too, but they ain't worried about red tape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so if they can get do something or get something to help out, then they do it. They don't got to answer to nobody. But in government, like did you know the hospitals, they can only get masks and stuff, really masks and stuff from the government, and they can't accept it from people outside. It has to be official mask. But private hospitals, they can do that. So that's why it's a lot harder for government hospitals to access that type of material, type of equipment.
If anything, the amount of like criminal organizations going out and helping people. I mean, unpopular opinion on my end, but
Uh-oh.
if anything, I find it to be just gangs trying to brand their public image better.
Oh yeah, and on those care packages
Especially if,
are the logos. Are there logos?
yeah, especially when,
What if they get shot by the other gang member?
It's a gang war.
yeah, especially when the media already looks down on them in a negative light. So naturally, this is actually a good opportunity for gangs and mafias to, brand
Better
their
their
image and
brand.
get more people on their side.
I mean, the reason why that is the media, they focus a lot on negativity
Because
because
they profit from it.
yeah, negativity is what gets ratings. They don't really show if because yeah, like Ben said, gangs they originated to help out poverty, to help out neighborhoods because they all came from poverty. That's why they join a gang because they're a lot of them are from broken homes. A lot of them feel like denied, discriminated by society because they're just left out in the dust.
Karen has a question.
Oh, oh, what's the
I
question?
mean, Kenna, my bad.
Kenna.
Do you think they know who's poor because they've been robbing them? Oh, that's a sarcastic question.
But good ironic question, Kenna. All right.
Thanks, Kenna. Thanks.
Next number 9. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about there being a lack of supply of hard drugs?
I'm
I
very
don't do
disappointed
drugs.
about it. I actually
I'm missing my heroin right now.
Oh,
Demonetization intensifies.
Instantly.
I don't know. How do you want us to feel about it?
well, by hard drugs, I mean meth and heroin.
Okay. All right. That's
I
good.
mean,
Oh, is that a bright side? Oh, so that's a bright
Yeah, yeah.
side. 12:20. See, your delivery was.
yeah, it was a little bit off.
Yeah, by hard drugs, I mean meth and heroin.
Okay, so that's a bright side. That's a bright side, right? What's the statistics on that?
So the stats on that record show that because the borders are closed right now, and it's hard for people to get in, get out. That makes it hard for transporters to to access their drugs, and the inflation price of those hard drugs has about doubled. So
Seems like the gangs are getting a big win from this pandemic. Their
Well, I
brandings
mean,
are getting better, price and their drugs are going up.
here I found like information that says otherwise because the information that I've found is that like the pandemic has actually been costing drug traffickers millions because their ways of moving money and product around has been compromised because of
Sounds like that's why the price is going up.
yeah,
yeah.
Makes sense.
Because when the drug traffickers get taxed, then everybody else got to get
That
taxed.
street tax.
Yep.
Rachel said she hasn't noticed the change in heroin and meth costs.
Damn, she must have some good dealers then.
Talk about inside info.
Hey, Rachel, drop that plug real quick.
Yeah, for real. Try and get that blue shit, the Breaking Bad shit.
Kill out Heisenberg.
Yeah. May you rest in peace, Walter White.
True, that's the homie right there.
Let's get a second silence. There you go. All right. Next question, number 8. Have y'all noticed like the lower number in crimes since the pandemic started? And I'm talking about since the pandemic started.
Well, except in my case.
What's in your case?
So I ordered bulk ammunition to be delivered to my house. And the UPS driver said that package was dropped off at my house. I go out literally 5 minutes later, as soon as I got the notification, because I didn't know the driver came by, and I had basically around $500 of ammo stolen.
Damn, dude.
Damn, you trying to build an arsenal in your home?
Dude,
Yes.
$600 is
Yeah,
five
I'm
six
just kidding.
hundred dollars is not a lot of
I'm
ammo.
just kidding. Spend that much on bullets at shooting range.
I mean, like I've spent as much as like a thousand in one time, but that was because like I
Not
was doing
bad.
training classes. But I mean, yeah, that was a pretty awful situation because I contacted customer support how I should go about like taking action for that, and so I had to file a police report because who knows what they might use my ammo for,
Yeah, yeah.
Or
especially
Real
when my
shit.
name was on it.
And you know, like if you had got it from like major companies, like they would have just replaced that. Well, I'm not sure if Amazon sells bullets, but
Oh,
they
definitely not.
yeah, you just replace
Them
anything
prime
I order
bullets.
if I say it's lost. But what about you, Ben? Dalton?
No, I don't watch. I don't pay attention to the level of crimes going around. I haven't noticed. I would think the crime has went up. To be honest with you,
Well, actually,
I remember. I remember 3 days after I was told to stay home that I saw a video go viral on Twitter of people's houses getting robbed
Damn.
for toilet paper, and they would go in and they would just steal toilet paper and they won't steal anything else.
but according to that crime level, Vegas was down 22% in crime. New York
Wow.
City was down 21% in crime.
I've seen pictures
But
of
no one's
Vegas, and
outside.
Yeah,
Vegas is clean right now. It's
yeah.
super clean in Vegas.
I mean, and there's more people at home, so there's less home robberies, and less people on the streets, so there's less street crimes.
I saw Joe
But now,
Rogan was saying that Corona actually saved more lives than it killed because how vast the amount of car crashes and car accidents because
That's real
no
shit.
one was driving.
That's a really interesting perspective, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Although that's probably going to piss off a bunch of, you know, COVID-19 victims and their
Anyone who
families.
has an issue with us can email Tree at the KKK at AOL.
KK going in.
AOL.
Careful, man. Cancel culture is real.
Oh,
What are they gonna do? Gonna take away our 6 followers? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be dirty, bro. Dirty.
okay, come at me, Karen.
Karen.
They don't want it.
Come get it, Becky.
They can catch the hands.
All right. So, all right, next on to number 7. So, ever since this whole thing started, have y'all been on social media more?
I
Yeah.
feel like I have.
I'm more or less the same. I'm usually on the end of the spectrum where I spend less time on social media, mostly because of the amount of really bad news that I see every day, and then like me listening to other news stations on like YouTube, for example, that are also constantly spouting out news about bad stuff happening around the world. And the truth is that you can only listen to so much bad news before you go insane, which is why for your mental
That's
health,
real
it's
shit.
actually okay to just unplug and just not be around social media and just not be around negativity.
Yeah. I remember that there was a study that said they compared people who stayed away from the news for a year, and they were genuinely a lot happier than they were the year before.
I had a time where my phone was broken and I didn't have a phone for about a month and a half. That was liberating, actually, not having a
Dude,
phone.
the same thing happened to me.
I
I didn't have a
believe
phone for a month because I
Like,
dropped it. I dropped it and I couldn't buy a new one.
like that disconnection actually somehow makes you feel a lot more refreshed, I guess is how I would describe it.
Or do you have did you replace it? Because I just had an iPad, so I just was walking around my house with an iPad. Xavier, what did you
Oh
do?
no, for me this was like a couple of years ago when I was actually working on site and I didn't have a working phone.
Hey Ben,
What's up?
was you walking around your house with your iPad on the phone like this?
That's G shit.
You see, I was imagining Ben doing that, but instead of in his house, I was expecting in public.
I would more likely do it in public.
Gotta flex that shit.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm calling you from my new iPhone 70.
Oh, it's iPhone 11 plus plus.
70
Plus.
and plus.
Got a new iPhone COVID-19.
COVID-19.
All right, but like with me, like before this whole pandemic, I was out doing work, looking for a job. I wasn't on social media as much, but yeah, and ever since the pandemic, I've actually been on social media a lot. That's how I was able to meet all of y'all, and that's how I got into Joe's programs. So it's allowed people to connect more and network more with people outside of their personal network. That's that's my experience, the way I see it. So
Yeah, the way that we all met like in the same group,
Yeah.
like I thought that was actually like after especially talking with quite a few of you for the first time, I'm like, wow, this is a really wholesome group.
and I think it's just
I feel like.
Oh, go ahead, Don.
Oh no, you can go, man.
Oh yeah, and I think it's just the type of people, the type of viewers, type of people that JK News and Joe attracts, and they're like everyone in our community have been genuinely great people. So
True.
I mean, I know some assholes. I mean, personally, I know some assholes. I know some dickheads. I know some bitches, and
Tyler.
none of y'all, like none of the people in our community is on that level. No.
I get you, Trey. I hear you, Trey.
Yeah,
real.
we get you. I mean, joking aside, yeah, this like our new group has been actually really great, and it's actually cool that we can all get together in one place and collaborate.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm able to do things I've never done before. I mean, the other Saturday night, we all got together and played Mafia.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Kenna
just
I missed
Kenna
out on that.
comments.
Oh, what?
Kill Ben for the bit.
What did you say?
Because you guys kept killing me on the Mafia game.
Yeah.
She just put in the comments #kill Ben for the bit, and then she said she's a bad person or something like that. I don't know.
Oh. yeah. No, we kept killing Ben. Killing Ben.
By the way, I'm joking. I don't have any disdain. As soon as I said something like our views on the live just went up to like from 6 to 11. Like
they like that shit.
Yeah.
#cancel Ben.
Cancel Ben.
Hey, but on the third round, the one that he did not get killed, he ended up killing me.
Yeah, I killed everybody, bro. I'm a beast at Mafia.
I was your first target.
Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the report here says 47% of internet users spend more time on social media now. 58% are from 16 to 24. 33% are from 55 to 64. Like 15% are say that they're gonna continue the same level of engagement on social media afterwards. Oh, and this one here's for you, Ben.
Oh, word?
Digital advertisement cost has decreased.
Why is that?
Yeah,
well, because they cost per click. So it all depends on how many people are online clicking.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's good. That's good for your industry.
You know what? It's hitting us late. We got like a second wave because like while it was happening, it was really good for us. Like at least for me, for my clients, it was really good for us. And then like now we just like I had 2 conversations with 2 different clients about the same thing, saying like damn, I'm not even sure like because they're stopping pushing money for the campaign. When that happens, I lose money. So we're here trying to figure out what the fuck can we do, what can we promote and shit like that. So yeah, no, it's hitting us now. I don't know why, but it wasn't hitting us before. Before we were like, yeah, motherfucker, COVID money. now we're like, it's fucked.
I don't know. Maybe it'll come back again when that second wave hit.
I'm praying for it.
True.
Some industries are benefiting, some are going to shit. But all right. Next, number 6. So So how much more digital entertainment media have y'all consumed since this whole thing started? Like Netflix,
A
Hulu.
bunch, bro.
And,
A
Oh,
fucking
dude.
bunch, bro. I mean, that's the best part of it, to be honest, because like I'm a big DC fan, and I just got the DC Universe streaming service. And I'm watching
shit.
everything on there, bro. You name one show on there, I can have a whole. I can have. I can review all. I have a whole podcast about DC Universe shows.
You fuck with that Arrow?
Hell yeah, bro. That's the OG,
Yeah.
bro.
That shit's badass, bro.
Did you finish it or no?
I haven't seen the newest season
The
yet.
newest seasons?
I've seen like I've seen all the
Do you
other
watch the
shit, though.
Flash and stuff, or no?
Are we talking specifically
I
the
fucked with the Flash.
CW live action shows?
Not specifically, but I've seen those too.
Oh, okay, gotcha. For me, in my case, like since I still work full time, I can only like dive into like media consumption like in my very little free time. So like right now, I have a very extensive Netflix backlog that I've been trying to just hammer down. And also video games wise, well, right now I'm working on The Witcher 3.
That's a good
I
game.
watched the first half of that, and that's a badass show. And plus, I was a fan of the game too, so it has like some extra sentiment to me. But at the beginning of the pandemic, like I wasn't really doing much because I couldn't do much, so I was able to catch up on a lot of movies that I've been meaning to get around to, which I usually wouldn't because like usually I try to stay productive, find a job, trying to get paid somehow, trying to pay the bills, but
I tell you, all of the extroverts that have complained about being stuck indoors, they're like, "Oh, I'm so bored being stuck inside." I'm like, "Bitch, please just shut the hell up. You have Netflix, you have YouTube, you have a million different porn sites. There are video games. The internet is still an existing infrastructure. Like, what have you got to complain about? There's so much you could do indoors."
yeah, speaking of video games, the video game industry is booming too. And people are buying up systems everywhere. Nintendo Switches,
Yeah.
you can only find them really on eBay for like $700 with the original price of $200 to $300, depending on which Switch you get.
Yeah, you can't get Switch with Animal Crossing as a bundle at the moment just because, like, I guess the demand is still super high for it, right?
On eBay, $700-800 at least for that.
Oh, fuck that.
So
real.
So it's a good time for scouters.
Yeah, I remember whenever the pandemic first started, like I'd been wanting to get a Switch for like the longest time, and then I saw like all the prices going up, and I was like, oh shit, if I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna have to get one now because I ain't paying those $600. So I started calling around, and then I eventually found one after like the 10th store I called, and I went out there and got that shit. But I was like, fuck, like I was contemplating like reselling it because I got it for like 300, sell that shit for 600, and they're gonna come back eventually. But I was like, nah, I gotta play this Animal Crossing.
I bought one for my mom for her birthday, and I remember thinking, "Damn, this shit's that expensive." And I'm not correlating it with the hype of it. I'm just like, "Damn, this shit's really fucking that expensive." And I had to split it with my sister. I was like, "This is just fucking a lot." Yeah.
And I saw that there was a report of people buying broken Nintendo Switches online and fixing it up to make for them to make it work. So I had a broken Switch that I hadn't used in a year. I sold that shit for $200.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
A broken just sitting
for a
around
broken
collecting
Switch.
dust. I sold that for $200. Wasn't even working.
Shit, that's worth it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Nintendo has not had a single game that I've been remotely interested in for like at least 20 years.
Oh.
Damn, man. What kind of games do you like?
There's a bunch that I different like from
Shooting
different
games?
genres. I mean, RPGs, like RPGs, for example, like The Witcher. I've still been into the new Call of Duty
Okay.
for sure. Basically, any game that catches my eye or also potentially has a good story too, because I like playing for a good story.
Oh yeah.
I respect it.
Hey, you guys fucking during the quarantine or what? So let's really talk about it.
Oh
Let's get
yeah.
So
yeah.
number
fucking
12.
and
Okay,
Number
still on
12.
hold on,
Tinder? You still swiping on
hold on.
Tinder?
That's on the next topic.
Okay, I see it. My bad. I went
That's on the next one.
trying to get the views up,
Next
man.
video.
We just shot up talking about sex in 2 seconds. I
2
swear.
seconds.
Let's
All
get
right,
it.
all right. On to number 5. How do y'all think Pornhub is doing during the pandemic?
Oh, I'm surprised there isn't like more lag and people haven't crashed the website yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
honestly.
funny. Porn websites they never crash. Facebook, Twitter, they all crash. YouTube, they all crash. Not once have you went to XNXX and that shit crashed. X videos and that shit crashed. I know it's
They got some A1 servers.
word.
That's where the money is. They get a lot of
Mhm.
support. I remember one episode of JK. Joe has this theory that the porn industry is being subsidized by the government. So it'll keep people less stressed, give them a way to relieve themselves, so they won't start.
That's stupid.
Shit, I
Oh, are
believe
you
it.
talking about as in like something to serve as the opiate to the masses kind
Yeah.
of thing?
No, well, like that's different. Like if they did it, they want to do it. Like they're doing the opiate to the masses to make millions, but they're not. They want to just pay porn stars to make Americans less stressed.
No. His theory is they subsidize the company Pornhub to make
Yeah,
porn free and available to the
I
public.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Socialized porn.
Yeah, because
Socialist
him
porn.
also Joe also saying in Japan the government kind of helps out with that industry. You can get legal hand jobs over there.
Well, but the reason they're doing it in Japan is because they have a stupidly crazy low birth rate right now,
Uh,
or actually
No,
for the past like 10, 20 years.
huh.
Because ever since like the bubble economy for Japan, like it already popped by like I want to say like the 90s maybe.
mhm.
Don't quote me on that, but anyways, the birth rate just gradually went down and down to the point where it's like I think 1.2 children 1.2 children born per never mind. I can't remember. I can't exactly remember the
Fucking up,
statistics.
Xavier. We're live, man.
Dude,
People are
I got a
commenting.
million different statistics running through my head, but basically, the statistics show that their what's it called? Their birth rate is dangerously low. That it could potentially like damage the economy in like 20, 30 years from now or something like that.
They need to find out what China doing. And help
That's the $1 million question. What the fuck is China doing?
Yeah, they need to find out what China doing to increase
That's the question.
their population. But
So
yeah.
y'all fucking during the quarantine or what? What's up? I didn't answer the question. I mean, are
no,
you guys
once I
still?
got my
If you're
face
not
mask.
fucking, are you still attempting to fuck? Like, are you still like on Tinder? If you have a girlfriend, are you still fucking? If you not have a girlfriend, are you, like, are you still, or are you like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck for a while because it's quarantine.
I got somebody that come around.
Booty call.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to jump on Tinder though, because I mean, you never know where they've been, who they've been with, but they might bring that component to you, and you gonna bring around your people's.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Real.
So, but they have to say in Tinder's popping right now, so you can plant that seed and get to know them on a more personal level, and
Take an
then
investment.
meet them up afterwards to have a strong relationship.
What's your one-liner on Tinder? Everybody go. I'll go too. Dalton, you go first.
So I usually say, I ain't trying to beat around the bush. While we're all here, trying to fuck and all. And during the COVID, it has to be with your face mask too. You got to have the face
You
mask.
gotta send us stuff here.
And the gloves too.
There are situations where I'm gonna need that face mask off.
That's where you just cut the hole in it, bro.
She might as well be a Karen. Y'all seen that one video of that Karen walking in the hole, slit her face mask?
I did. When she had the hole, and she was like, "It's easier to talk like this." I'm like, "You dumb bitch."
Take that shit off.
Purpose of the mask.
For real, you stupid asshole.
But
Some people are just dumb. You know,
yeah,
people are like not
Mhm.
dumb. Be like, he just has to work on it. Some people are just fucking dumb.
Yep.
That's that person.
Yo, I saw somebody in the store, bro. They legit had a fucking paper towel taped to their fucking mouth like this, bro. Just with like taping a paper towel, bro. Like what the fuck?
All that
What the
shows
hell's the
that
point of
people
that?
are like broke and have OCD at the same time.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's real shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
all that shows how hard it is to find a mask.
Oh, gee,
Yeah,
that was very
that
bad of me
too.
to say. I'm sorry. I should have said.
People get roasted and shit.
Well, to be honest, you're not wrong. I mean, I've seen some pictures of people wearing gas masks. It's like,
That's hardcore. I think those people are badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning of quarantine, I couldn't find a mask anywhere. I just ended up like going to Amazon. I ordered a Naruto mask. Like Ninja Man.
Hey,
Just wore
Not
that
bad idea.
that's
around.
badass.
Uh,
Like, and I had the bandana with the Leaf Village metal symbol on that too. I wore that too.
oh god, yeah. You just have to make a match at that point, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole theme.
what's the next
All right.
benefit of the pandemic?
All right. Well, before that,
Of ad?
Pornhub Premium, they had went from $9.99 to free. Their
Ooh.
traffic increased 24%.
Oh shit.
Yep. And it like the government says, it's great because it relieves a lot of pressure from the pandemic. And leftists and conservatives are bitching because they're concerned that children are able to access higher quality porn. Higher quality porn. If I was a child, I wouldn't give a damn how like if the porn was high quality when I was a kid. I was watching
Yeah.
scramble channels. Hoping
Dude, I was looking through like my
Mhm.
mom's
Yep.
DVDs to see if I can find like at least one like left titty at a rated R movie.
Yeah,
Keep
even if
watching,
it's
bro.
recorded with a potato too.
Yeah,
The
dude.
potato.
It was desperate times back then. Looking at fucking
Mhm.
labels on magazines and fucking
you know,
Yeah,
you had to
the
wait.
Victoria's Secret shit.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Zoomers have it easy because they automatically, once they got old enough, they got access to
Yeah.
like all high definition, anything and everything.
Like they
Mhm.
had access to that kind of technology before they can really remember.
And
So it'll be as long as they
Yeah.
can remember, they had like a device. Like how many times you see a parent give like, "Hey, shut up, you little baby," and give them an iPad. You know, like
I
happens
see that all the time.
Yeah,
and then that baby can jump on Pornhub.
Oh,
and
true.
the baby's on
Get it go-
Pornhub. Good point, Tree.
They don't know the struggle. I had to wait 5 minutes to see a whole titty back in the day. A picture, a JPEG.
Oh
5
damn
That shit ain't
titty.
even jiggling.
On a floppy disk.
Yep.
Oh my
Well, it started off as a floppy disk.
You know, those people don't know what a floppy disk is. Oh my god, I feel so old. I feel so old that I even say that because oh god.
No, I trust me, I remember the floppy disk times.
You remember the floppy disk? How old are you,
Yeah.
Xavier?
Take a guess.
14.
Wow, that is the lowest guess I've ever heard in my life.
If you 14 and you don't know what a floppy disk is, you an old soul.
You're 20. You're 20 years old.
Nope.
How old are you? Just tell me, man. Wow.
27.
Oh, oh wow.
27.
I'm about to be 27
This year?
this year, November.
Okay, so you're in 1993 as well. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Word up.
Yeah.
Dalton, how are you?
I'm 22, freshly.
Freshly.
Hey, y'all making me feel old.
Tree's 41.
41.
Y'all making me feel 41 right now.
Yeah,
Y'all are.
But hey, at least you look good for your age, right?
Mhm.
Appreciate it. Skincare.
Hey, you looking like 19 to me, bro.
Hey, Asians don't raise raisin until we get to like 90, and overnight we can turn into a prune.
Overnight.
It's literally overnight.
Yep.
For us, I mean.
yeah.
And I'm scared. I'm gonna wake up one morning when I'm looking like I spent the whole night in the pool.
I just imagine one day I'm like making a podcast with Tree. He jumps on. I'm like, oh shit, Tree. He's like,
What the hell is this?
Where's your grandson at?
get a shit out of people walking in the room.
Get off my lawn!
All right. Let's get to number 4. All right. So with everything going on right now, do y'all feel that people are drinking more? alcohol.
Yes,
Shit, I have
I'm so happy people are keeping up because I've been day drinking for years, and now like I just I just feel so at home. I'm having day drunk parties with my family. It's great.
Are people drinking more during with the lockdown?
I don't like personally. Personally, I feel like I've been drinking the same amount, but I've been spending less. Because if you go out to a bar or a club, a shot costs you like $10 on
Oh
average.
yeah, they extort
That's
you
real.
if you're
So,
at a club or a bar.
so
Yeah.
I've just been buying bottles of liquor, and with a bottle of liquor, you can get like 20 to 30 shots out of that. So
Mhm.
I think I've been spending less, but drinking just the same amount.
I need to get that, man. I need to get liquor. Like I drink liquor sometimes, but
Mhm.
I often just drink like just a bunch of Four Locos all the time,
Uh,
and it's because like I don't know, I got used to it. It just became what I do. But I should just get liquor bottles.
In my
Never
case,
had a Four Loko.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Never tried it on Thursday though.
Yeah,
Let's see what
Thursday
it
for
do.
sure. Yeah, I'll get
Yeah.
it done.
like Dalton, how much more beer have you been stocking up at work?
Shit, man. Oh, at work.
Yeah.
It's honestly been about the same to be honest. Like, I feel like a lot of people like I've seen a lot of people buying a lot more wine and shit, but yeah, beer wise, like it seems like
let me
that's pretty
guess,
regular.
Corona is not selling at all, right?
I bought nothing
Oh
but
yeah,
Corona.
no Rona. Nobody's
Yeah.
touching the Rona.
Of course.
I like to be the one going to a party, being the Asian one, talking about, hey, I got Corona for everybody.
Why are you going to a party, bro?
Uh,
Why are you going to a party?
Hey, social distancing, man.
hey, as long as down here, as long as the parties are 10 people or less, we good.
Lord, that's true. I've been chilling.
Yeah, in my case, I'm boring. I don't drink or smoke at all. So
Stay with guns.
Fucking loser.
Hey, he might be a loser, but he can kill us with quickness.
Yeah, dude. That's another.
That's real.
Yeah.
but yeah, I can't say anything about drinking because I don't drink, so it doesn't really affect me.
Okay.
Although with a lockdown, I would expect people to drink more, I guess, after thinking about it.
I don't know.
Xavier, why don't you drink?
Just personal health reasons. That's why.
So it's purely a health thing. Like I'd rather not damage my body, and I know this is damaging.
Yeah, that, and also I don't like the way I'm kind of like Joe in a sense where like I don't like the way alcohol makes me feel.
Oh, you just don't. So when did you try it? When did you try alcohol?
I drank during my college days, but then after I finished college, I kind of stopped.
Okay, cool.
Because before I was like I guess a social drinker, but then after a while, I kind of grew out of it, I guess.
Okay, so you've gone through it and you realize it's just not for you.
Yeah, basically, and I also saved a lot of money too. So.
Word.
I could see that.
Good reason right there.
Word.
Yeah, and I guess you're not around that college environment anymore, so it's not as much.
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah. I kind of got the partying out of my system really early, I guess. So it's not really a big deal to me.
I guess I still do it because I see it as like a networking opportunity, networking event. Like you go out and you have drinks with someone, you network with them, you plan things out, and you meet new people. It's a social.
And that's where I can actually get around it because you can get like you can order non-alcoholic beer, for example. That's my way around it if I have to be in a networking environment.
Yeah.
Because I totally get what you're saying. Like typically drinking is usually one of those parts of being in a huge setting for networking.
Yeah. And plus, like also I grew up in Vietnamese culture, and when Vietnamese people get together, there's a lot of alcohol involved.
Or when a Vietnamese drink, every time they drink, they cheers everyone to fucking table.
Yeah. Like I was at a party on Sunday. Every 5 minutes, we was taking shots. Everybody yelling, "Yo, yo, yo!"
Everyone smokes, and everyone smokes a cigarette. I don't care if you smoke cigarettes or not, bro. You smoke a cigarette that night,
and you go ahead and do after every sentence.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, Vietnamese parties are fun.
Yeah, it's the most craziest karaoke. It's the craziest, most craziest experience I ever had in my life.
Yeah,
Xavier, are you Vietnamese?
No.
Chinese.
So basically, my family comes from southern China, but none of my
Okay.
family directly comes from China.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I heard I heard Chinese people, they can't, their body doesn't handle alcohol, so good. They get flushed really fast.
Oh yeah, that's an issue with me when it comes to drinking. For me, I get
Red
the
face.
super red flush,
Yeah,
and I hated that.
yeah,
It's the worst.
that's what my Chinese
It
friends
seems like it'd be annoying.
Yeah.
that's what my Chinese friends that I know that do drink. Before they drink, they take I think it was Zyrtec.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah,
So
take
You ever seen the Asian
antidepressants.
Bachelor? You ever seen
Uh,
the Asian Bachelor?
Ooh, I've never seen that.
was it made by the Fung Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Funny,
I
bro.
have. There's like two
There's
two
two.
episodes of that.
That's really funny. You guys should watch it.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Let's
Yeah,
get
I'll
through
check
this.
it
Let's
out.
get through this.
All
I
right,
gotta go on Pornhub.
all right, all right. All right. Oh, by the way, 80% of people have been drinking either equivalent or less. Those are
Equivalent
80%.
or
Wow.
less.
equal
Interesting.
drinking equal or less.
I'm not equal category.
All right.
Hmm.
So ever since the pandemic started, have y'all learned any new recipes? Y'all y'all been cooking
Yeah,
more? Y'all feel like
I've been
I don't
Nah,
making
really
out like
cook.
every
I
day.
don't see a difference.
Huh?
I don't see a difference with that one.
I know how to cook, but I mean, I'm not really a cook, if that makes sense.
like me
I
personally,
feel
I've
that.
actually been like Uber eating more.
Uber eatings, yeah.
Yeah, I've been
I've
doing
been doing
that.
that a
Yeah.
lot more. Postmates.
Yeah.
7-Eleven was doing for a while that you can order shit for free,
Mhm.
for free delivery. So I was like doing that a lot. That was cool.
But yeah, the main reason is like restaurants are closed, bars are closed. People are a lot more families. They can't spend all that money on
Rachel says
delivery.
she's been cooking more.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
families have been cooking more. They've been eating more meals together, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They've been spending more time with their kids, cooking with their kids, and like people are more health conscientious about where their food come from, and they're gaining better eating habits actually. Uh,
Well, I mean, aside from them gaining the quarantine 15 pounds.
I guess it would balance itself out. But the reason why people are more conscientious of where their food comes from is because they're worried about what part of the world their like their food is coming from. I remember there was this factory in the U.S. that distributes 20% of the world's pork, and the owner of that factory, they didn't want to shut it down even though they knew people over there had corona. And eventually
Damn.
turned out 500 people at that factory was diagnosed with corona. So they ended up having to shut it down, and now the prices of pork had came up on top of
I remember
a lot of
that.
other meat.
I remember going to like the stores and not seeing any like meat and shit for a while.
So that's one reason why people are a lot more conscientious. They're watching where their food coming from now. But I'm a single man. I don't got a family, so I ain't got to worry about feeding nobody else myself.
Mm.
That's why I'm Uber eating every day.
I mean,
That
doing
bachelor
Uber
life.
Eats every day must really pile up the cost, though,
No, no,
right?
no. This is what I do though. This is what I do. I order when I order a family meal that feeds like 4 to 6 people, and it's a
Ooh.
lot cheaper. So that family meal would last me about 3 days, and that's
Shit,
only
that's a good idea.
$30 to $40.
Yeah, but you're eating Popeyes for 3 days straight or some shit. Like,
That bitch is gonna be dry as fuck.
yeah. Old ass McDonald's and shit.
Hey, I ain't picky. I ain't really picky about what I eat as long as I ain't hungry.
Word, dog.
Hey,
That's respectable.
and it's affordable, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, lockdowns have not been as bad as, well, some other countries have been, like, for example, the Philippines. To cite the Philippines, for example, I have family there that so they own their own business over there, really big business.
Yeah.
And their whole company had to shut down due to the pandemic. And I talked with one of my relatives over there recently. They told me that they are still under lockdown and like they can't come out of their house at all, or else like police would probably kick their ass back in.
That's crazy as fuck.
I mean, even their president was like, if you leave your homes even after I've ordered you not to leave, I will shoot you.
Dang.
We need a little bit of that in Florida because motherfuckers are listening down here.
Dang.
Yeah, people don't give a fuck.
You know what they do in China? They duct tape people's doors. So
I have a story about that actually.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Okay, so from a bunch of information that I've gathered over time, and then according to what some of my folks have told me, is that in Wuhan, at least, when the pandemic really was kicking off and they locked Wuhan completely down, so for Chinese homes, typically you have what is a like a steel see-through door on the outside, and then behind that is a wooden door, right? So steel on the outside and then wooden door on the inside. What they would do for some of their lockdown ideas, the government would send people with welding equipment, and they would weld the steel doors shut so that people can't get out.
Damn.
What the fuck? That's extreme.
That's
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Ian said to talk about the liquor ban. Xavier.
the liquor ban.
Yeah, Xavier. That's what Ian said. Talk about a liquor ban. Talking
Liquor
to
ban?
you. Yeah.
What? In terms of what? Like why I don't drink, or
I think maybe because what you're talking about the doors and shit in Philippines. I don't know. He just said it right now. Oh, there was a liquor ban in the Philippines. Yeah, about the Philippines.
Oh,
I can't really say much about that as I don't have any knowledge about that sort of situation at the moment. All I know is that
Sorry, Ian.
their president is crazy. He's more openly crazy, and he will actually make open threats like, I will shoot you, aka send his own personal death squad to take you out if necessary. I mean, he's already done that with drug dealers in the Philippines.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Like I've seen some. I've seen some videos where there are people who are innocent bystanders and they get caught in the crossfire too. Or oftentimes there are also some people that they get falsely accused of having drugs and then they get a death squad sent straight to their house.
Sucks.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Would you say it's worse over there than how China did it?
Debatable. I mean, I guess it depends on your personal perspective. I personally think that that being gunned down in the street potentially for being falsely accused of having drugs is pretty bad, but at the same time, it's also bad that you can't openly express opposition against your own government, in this case, China.
Yeah.
You can't openly express opposition, or otherwise you're going to be sent to a re-education camp of some sort. That's basically what's happening to the Uyghurs right now. The Uyghurs are going to eventually get their culture wiped out. That's what the Chinese government is trying to do.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So much
I
for
wasn't
talking
laughing
about the
at
bright
that.
side
I
of
was laughing at
2020.
something.
Hey, but I don't think it's as bad. And I heard in North Korea, like if they find out you have corona, then you actually on spot.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why their numbers are so low.
Fuck.
Well, on top of that, probably not reporting. They're definitely not reporting their numbers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, in addition, I don't think any numbers reported by any country is a valid number, anyways.
The Italy one makes sense though in terms of their death rates because a lot of their population is older folk. That's why at the beginning of the pandemic, you'd see a lot of people die in Italy, and most of them were of, they're at an older age, 60s and above.
And it's part of the culture over there for families families to stick together to live with each other in larger numbers. So you got family members coming in and out and bringing the corona home to the elderly. So,
Yeah, it's not a good scenario.
I mean, that sucks for them. But all right, let's move on to the next question. Number 2, we about done. So have y'all noticed that the air's been cleaner ever since this whole pandemic started?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, kind of relating back to Italy,
Uh-huh.
they're actually experiencing cleaner water. Because they don't have any tourists that they have to ferry around, like Venice, for example.
Oh, not a bunch of Americans throwing shit in their lakes.
Yep. Yeah, Venice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's Venice specifically because they have a lot of water running in between the city. So
Mm.
because of the fact that there are no tourists at the moment, the
Mm.
water has been clearing up and all, which is really good because if you've ever been to Venice, from what I hear, it's really gross smelling because of, like you said, Ben, apparently people are throwing their trash into the
Mhm.
water.
Hey, didn't Italy just open back up? But the only people they're not letting back in is Americans.
Fuck
And they're
up.
like, yeah,
Right.
because the COVID-19, Americans not allowed back.
And well, also like a big attributor to that, 96% of air travel has there's been 96% less air travel. All the borders are closed, like like air transportation locations are closed. So that's a big attributor to clean
That's funny. Italy opens all borders to European travelers. RIP.
Yep. And over here in America, depending on your region, like there's been a decrease, 35 to 50% decrease in street traffic. So,
Wow.
yep.
What a
And
bit.
I think it was the Himalayas. The Himalayas, like you can see it a lot clearer now.
Yeah, India has actually decreased in terms of air pollution a lot because everyone's stuck inside.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, they're actually one of the countries that they have a very strict and mandated lockdown procedure for their citizens.
So it's a giant population, so they would need like a lot stricter policies. So, and China, their air pollution has gone down 25%. I mean, it's mainly because a lot, like China has a big factory, a lot of factories over there, and so since those factories are closed too, those factories attribute a lot to the air pollution there also.
Yeah, Beijing, like prior to the pandemic, if you look at Beijing, it was most of the time, according to many people's photos, it was just very, very foggy looking. Like you hardly ever saw sun. Just the air was overall just really bad in that city. Same with Shanghai too.
So that is, I guess that's the reason why this is so high on the list of benefits of the pandemic. And Milan is actually gonna come up with laws and policies to keep keep street traffic low even after the pandemic. So, and I think that like a lot of
decreasing car use then, right?
Yeah, decreasing car use.
So how do they make up for their lack of cars then? Do they improve their public transportation infrastructure or what?
Well, it's a work in it's in the process. So,
because to me, this sounds like a good opportunity for good old Elon Musk to market his Teslas over there, since they're they're more eco-friendly.
Yeah,
that's real shit.
Yep.
Elon's too busy naming his kids.
Is he still trying to put more letters and alphabets and symbols into the name?
I read something that California was saying that there's like a oddball law that makes him naming his kid that illegal.
What?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Elon Musk. It's Elon Musk. Yeah, he can do anything he wants.
He got that card. Do whatever.
Yeah.
He needs to
Number
focus
one.
on getting us to Mars. That's what he needs to focus on.
Oh we're gonna find out in a little bit if SpaceX is gonna get there.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I believe in Elon Musk. He brought us PayPal. He brought us eBay. He revolutionized the way we do we do online transactions.
Word.
He brought us Teslas. So
I swear to God, I'm pretty sure, like, if you've seen the way he talks, especially on Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure he's a robot or an alien.
or an
It's pretty
alien.
wild.
Yeah, that's there.
Yeah, he's something. Anything but human.
Anything but human.
He's superhuman.
All right.
All
So
right.
number
On
one.
to the last one. And this is a very important one. Have y'all noticed all of the extra support and tremendous awareness brought to the whole Black Lives Matter movement? Like, who all have y'all seen? Showing support for Black Lives Matter.
Every
Um,
fucking body.
Everyone.
pretty much
Yeah,
everyone,
real shit.
especially the most recent one being Jeff Bezos of Amazon.
Oh, he put that dude on blast.
He roasted that guy with that tweet. And for anyone that isn't familiar with what Jeff Bezos said, basically he
Long
was
thing.
responding to somebody.
Tree's gonna put it in the edit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically what happened was that Jeff Bezos responded to somebody who refused to buy from Amazon because of their openness to their support of Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so then in an open tweet, basically Jeff Bezos was like, "That's fine. We don't need customers like you around." Was basically that in a nutshell.
Yeah, didn't he like screenshot?
That's fuck you, basically.
Did he screenshot
Fuck
the
him.
email and shared it? I think he screenshot the email and shared it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
A lot of people are speaking up, man. A lot of people are speaking
And
up.
we got companies like Amazon, Target, Nordstrom. Even though Target and Nordstrom, they got rioted on and looted. If they could understand,
They're scared. They're scared to death. CEOs like put out a statement. Goddamn.
Yeah, but we got to do something.
Yeah, and we got other countries protesting too. Even like the whole thing. I mean, racism is a global problem, but mostly a majority in our country and other countries are protesting, so things would be better over here. That's how much attention, how much awareness, how much support is getting. Korea is actually doing a lot too. The group, the boy band BTS, they donated $1 million, and all of their fans is an army of fans, like mastered.
Yeah.
Aren't they literally called army?
Huh?
Aren't they literally called army?
Yeah, they're called the army. Yeah. And
the army. Damn.
And they're going on social media and hunting down everyone who posts up racist tweets or posts, and they're bombarding them with calling them racist. So
they stole a hashtag. Yeah.
Oh,
they stole a hashtag they stole a hashtag that white people were using, like white out or like White Lives Matter. And they took over the hashtag and either said nothing about the situation, or just talking about BTS, or they or like speaking against racism, so they can like push out all the racists.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know about that.
Everybody's everybody's supporting it. Everybody's bringing awareness to it. All of those people who are racist are being called out, are being put on blast. Did you see what Miss Universe? It was Miss Universe. What she tweeted out? I think she was like a model from Malaysia. Like she basically her post started off with, "To all the black people, relax."
Wow. That's the way to start it.
Y'all chose to be that color.
Gee, what?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
What? Xavier, look that up.
Who's from Malaysia? Let's see. This mission. Because they have David Slow and David Slow went over
Miss Malaysia.
Miss Malaysia. Okay.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah. Bring that tweet up. Share the screen real quick.
I'm trying to find the tweet.
It's a fucked up. It's one fucked up post.
Oh, this tweet is from an account that no longer exists. Huh. I wonder if that was a screenshot.
They must have. Yeah, Twitter
She
must have
done.
took her down.
Yeah, I don't think I can find it.
Oh, yeah. I'll put it in. I'll put it in on the
Yeah,
end.
put it in the thing.
But
I wonder if she said it in her own language and translated into English. It's like just sounds really bad. But
Ooh,
like,
I found that shit. You want me to
found
read
it?
it?
Yeah, read it.
I think I found the right one. All right, so I quote, this ain't me. To the black people, relax. Take it as a challenge. Makes you stronger. We chose to be born as a colored person in America for a reason, to learn a certain lesson.
Oh, it was
Accept it
this.
as it is. Tell now hunger and poverty still exist. It is what it is. It's inevitable. Best you can do is remain calm, protect heart, don't crumble. Wait, don't allow it to crumble. That's your responsibility. That's what she said.
Yeah, because I definitely chose to be Asian.
Yeah,
As
like
if,
what the
as if
fuck
this
kind
is
of
Well,
shit?
what
like
she
a
said
video game
was, we chose to be colored in this country, but that may be true for her, but it's definitely not true for.
I mean, how did she choose
black
to be
people.
Malaysian? Did she come out of her mama and saw, white Malaysian button, black button? Oh, I'm gonna press the Malaysian button.
That's not what she said, though. She said that it's our choice to be colored in America because she's probably an immigrant, so she didn't have to be here. But that's not true to the black people that she's talking to. It's not like we
real
chose to,
shit.
you know.
I'm pretty sure when you're born somewhere, you don't have a choice in that.
Yeah, this
no,
isn't like
that's
Skyrim
not
where
a
you
choice there.
choose your race and then your gender and whatnot.
Yeah,
Gender.
and I'm pretty sure the origins of the slaves who came over here didn't come here by choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's fucking.
educated.
That's wild that she would say that. Like, she's dumb in the first place to even say anything about it in the first
She's
place.
dumb
Honestly.
for starting it off to all the black people.
Yeah, like what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Relax.
To all the
Where's her
colors of
fucking
America.
manager?
Yeah, she says, yeah, where's her manager, right? I always think that, like, come on, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know. I think these people with giant platforms, if they're not somewhat intelligent, if they're not somewhat educated, they need a PR manager to handle their tweets. I mean, look what Trump doing.
Real.
Look all the shit Trump putting out. That man do not need a Twitter account.
Well, let's be honest, man. She's Miss Malaysia, okay? She's not Miss Australia or Miss America. She probably doesn't have a big old support,
big old brain
team management. You know, no offense to Malaysians, but levels.
But I mean, like I said, if you someone in that position, he's representing an entire country.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
So she need to watch what she say.
Yeah.
And, speaking of that, did y'all know? I just saw earlier Snapchat. They banned Trump. Snapchat took Trump off of that platform.
How's she not been banned from Twitter yet?
Yeah, that's the question.
Politics. Last year, last year, some dude tried to ban some dude that works at Twitter tried to ban Trump, and he got fired.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a reverse Uno card right there.
Yeah, for real. He thought.
Trump card.
So now, like a lot of companies are. I mean, I guess like it's good PR for them. It's good PR for them, and it's good for rapport with their employees to show that they support the movement.
Word.
Like the Black Lives Matter movement, and to show that they're not a racist company. In a way, in business right now, it could feel to them like the Black Lives Movement. If you're not with us, you're against us.
Yeah,
that type of thing,
That's what it is. That's how it has to be. You're either with us or against us.
Yep. Yeah. And I just
can I offer a personal caveat to that?
Yeah,
sure.
So I get the sentiment that if you're not out there protesting with the Black Lives Matter movement protests, like if you're not out there, that that you're wrong. I kind of get that, but at the same time, we also still have an active virus going on in which getting into crowds like that, you can easily get infected and then potentially bring it back to your loved ones.
Yes.
Which
Well, I'm not saying that you have to protest. I'm not sure if that's what Tree said.
No,
If
no,
I was
no.
piggybacking off his tree,
No.
of his point.
I was
I
saying from
was,
a business perspective.
yeah, and I was saying that, yeah, he was saying business perspective, but I'm saying that the what I'm not saying you have to go out and protest for what's
okay.
going on,
Yeah.
to even acknowledge, you don't have to say anything, but it's a black and white thing, is what I'm saying. It's like there's something going on, and either you think you feel one way about it or you feel the other way about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Because I've seen some stuff where online where they're like, if you're not joining us in this movement out there, you're against us. And I'm like, well, in my case, I still live with my parents, and my parents are already in their 60s.
Yeah.
I'd be doing them a big disservice to them by bringing back a virus into my household.
And by protesting,
For real.
yeah, and by protesting, I don't mean going out there in the crowd. There's so many other ways to protest and show your support. Like a lot of people are donating money. A lot of people are spreading awareness. A lot of people just showing verbally online showing their support. That's a form of peaceful protest rather than just going out there putting yourself in danger or maybe even being arrested or trampled over in the crowds of people.
Yeah, who knows what the cops will do to you right now, right?
Yeah.
Real shit.
Oh, those cops are getting a lot of heat. Did you know a lot of cities are defunding the police?
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to know in terms of like infrastructure, like what that's going to do.
So basically, there's even talk of the New York City disbanding the police and moving over to a system of there being private owned companies providing security.
Okay, so they're gonna shift the police duty over to
People who don't have to get
private
qualified.
security
Yeah.
contractors.
And
That's interesting.
yeah, there was also talks of putting also like with certain neighborhoods, putting some responsibility to the residents. To maintain
Thanks,
order.
Ian, for watching. No problem. Ian says thanks for her last 15 minutes flew by of work.
Oh, hey,
Watching us.
Hell yeah, Ian.
appreciate you joining us, Ian.
We're getting ready to wrap this up
Oh
ourselves.
yeah. All right. So so basically, in closing, do y'all have any final remarks? Any final words for the viewers?
Who wants to go first?
I have to go
Shit,
last
I'll
because I
go
can
first.
recall the action.
Yeah, so I don't know, pretty much like, of course, like 2020 sucks ass. There's a lot of bullshit going on, but yeah, just kind of like we talked about, there's like always a good in like every situation. It's just, you just have to, find that perspective and, just try to look on the bright side, even if, things seem dark as fuck sometimes. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, as cliche as that is.
Yeah, I guess for my end, like this pandemic has really shown how unprepared I have been and how unprepared a lot of other people have been. Like especially when it comes to like being potentially locked in your own house and whatnot. Like I even made sure with my parents, I'm like, hey, do we have enough food to, sustain ourselves for like a month or two of lockdown? And they're like, are you kidding me, son? Yeah, we have enough for 6 months of lockdown. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Like with me, like I feel that like even though there's so much negativity going on around the world, and that's all we see when we turn the TV on. That's all we hear about. But like underneath it all, these positive habits that we're gaining, it's gonna be amplified when it's all over. Like
Mhm.
our eating, we're more health conscious. We're gonna be more health conscientious. We'll know what to do with the next pandemic. will people are going to continue being on social media because that's a habit they created, and people are going to be still sticking to YouTube and Netflix because that's enjoyable, that's fun, that's more business to that industry. It's going to boom even larger, more online meetings, and and the pollution. Like I said, Italy is going to try to maintain the clear air, and hopefully the rest of the world will keep pollution down, continue it. And there's going to be reform in the justice system, in the police department. So a lot of mistakes have been made, and this a great opportunity to learn from those mistakes and maintain those good habits and positivities that we've picked up throughout these hard and dark times.
That's real shit.
You're gonna make me cry.
That's what I do.
Beautiful.
This is all distraction. They just want us to get us used to staying indoors. This is the Lizard King orders, and that's how we follow. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And this shit is over.
Over. Appreciate
Thanks
you.
for watching.
Thanks for watching. Check y'all out next week.
Oh.
All right, let me end this.
Oh shit. Are we still live?
Let me.
Man, I fucking hate this group. No, I'm just joking.
Wait until when we're live.
Thank you so much, people of the internet, for sticking it through to the end. I hope you enjoyed TBG Spills the Tea. Hope you appreciated it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope it helped you out. Now, you want to show some love, show some support. Give me a subscription. Give me a like. Hit that notification button. Share the video. Leave a comment. And at the beginning, I said you stick through it to the end, you'll find out about the benefits, giveaways. All the details of the benefits and giveaways is going to be on my Patreon. You do have to be a subscriber to be able to get those giveaways and benefits and raffles. I'll be giving out raffles. They can be like gift cards, merch, whatever I can get my hands on to show my appreciation to viewers, subscribers of that month, that week. So, and if you have a topic in mind that you'd like me to do, to go over, drop it down in the comments, hit me up in my DMs, send me an email. I will take it into consideration. If you're a subscriber, I would take it even bigger consideration. So, hope y'all have a great day. Appreciate it. See ya. Have a good
Thank
day.
y'all for watching.
Peace out.